Wait, you can get that. You can get my haircut. No calculator.
Solution for this one should be 7 and 7/8. The solution is 19 and 11 over 16. Last one. Solution should be 6 and 3/10. If you're struggling with this, I have two things to tell you. One is the solution, and that is 5 times 1 plus 4 is 9. Put that over 5. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7 over 2. Multiply straight across. 63 over 10. Convert to a mixed number. 6 and 3/10. The second thing I have to tell you is that you're having trouble with this. You're not going to score well on the placement test for college, and you're going to end up having to go back and do stuff over again. That's why we do warm-up quizzes, to see what you can and can't do. At some point, we're going to have to go over this some more. So tomorrow on the warm-up quiz, you'll have the same thing. Don't put yourself in the position of getting an A in advanced math, but you can't go back and do this stuff. You must know this and a bunch of other basic stuff before you go to college, or else you're going to get stuck in 099, 100, whatever it is now. I don't know the catalog numbers, but don't do that. That'll be a tremendous waste of time. Lottery, 1 to 20. Winning numbers are 1 and 19. Flashcards. Simply say the answer out loud. Homework check. Homework answers. Those that had homework, check your answers with what I put up here on the screen. Answer is at the bottom. 1/6, negative half, 1 over 12, 1 over 4. Number 2, negative 1 over 16, 1 over 8, 11 over 32, and negative 3 over 16. 3, no inverse. 4. Answer is circled in red. For some strange reason, I kept this over there. Number 5, 0, 1/2, negative 1 over 10, and 3 over 10. 6 is 0, 1/3, 1 over 6, negative 2 over 9. 7, negative half, negative 1/4, 1/4, and negative 1/8. 8 is 1 over 11, negative 6 over 11, 3 over 11, negative 7 over 11. Questions about the homework? If you have any extra credit answers for today, you can put those back in the basket, the 4th period folder. Objectives. To find the inverse of a 3x3 matrix. To start with, we're going to look at the general form, and you'll see the general formula as I build it up here. Find the inverse of ABC, DEF, GH, and I. The first part of this formula, which has 2 parts, one a fraction and another a matrix, just like the 2x2, that you'll have to multiply together when you're finished. But we start first with 1 over, and we have to complete this fraction on the bottom. Here are the items you need to know for the bottom. First, you start off with A times the quantity EI minus FH, and you can see the little pattern up there highlighted in the 3x3 matrix. On the denominator, it's A times the quantity EI minus FH. And then step 2, we have B, it's going to be minus B times the quantity of DI minus FG. DI minus FG. And then to finish out the denominator, it's going to be plus C times the quantity DH minus EG. Plus C times the quantity DH minus EG. And that is going to be the fraction you need to start with off to the left of the matrix to multiply against it. But next we have to build that matrix for the second half of the formula. Matrix is next. The first step is EI minus FH, and that's going to be in row 1, column 1. EI minus FH. And the matrix, as well as the original, will be 3 by 3. So you have 8 more cells to fill in here. Row 1, column 2 is going to be CH minus BI. CH minus BI. And a lot of these have a pattern that you can memorize as you go along. Row 1, column 3 is going to be BF minus CE. BF minus CE. Row 2, column 1 is FG minus DI. FG minus DI. Row 2, column 2 is AI minus CG. AI minus CG. And row 2, column 3 is CD minus AF. CD minus AF. Row 3, column 1 is DH minus EG. DH minus EG. And row 3, column 2, BG minus AH. BG minus AH. The last cell is row 3, column 3, and that is AE minus BD. AE minus BD. The entire formula looks like this. Practice problem number 1. What I need from this is simply the fraction that it represents the first half of the formula. Find the complete, reduced, simplified fraction that represents the first half of the formula for finding the inverse of a matrix. The solution for the bonus problem should be 8 and 1/10. Another bonus problem. Solution for the bonus should be 17 and a half. On the practice problem, it was 320, -167, and 435. You only have to find the fraction, the opening fraction, the first half of the formula for finding the inverse of a matrix. And as a reminder, that is going to be 1 over, and then you have to find A times the quantity of EI minus FH. Now, if you have to, label these out. A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G, H, I. And the first part is A times the quantity EI, which is 6 times 5, minus FH, which is going to be 7 times 3. That would be 21. And then you're going to go minus B times the quantity of DI minus FG. DI is -1 times 5. and then you're going to have FG, which is 7 times 4. Now finish this off with plus C, which is 0, and times whatever, doesn't matter because it's going to be 0. But just for the sake of being thorough, it's DH minus EG. Doesn't matter what it is, it'll still be 0. So we'll simplify this. 1 over 3 times 30 minus 21 is 9. And then minus B, which in this case should have been written as 2 up here, 2. And then negative 5 minus 28. Negative 5 minus 28 from right here is a negative 33. Simplify even further to 27 plus 66, which is 1 over 93. For this practice problem, the 3 by 3 matrix is negative 2, 4, negative 1, 6, 2, 8, and 10, 5, 3. For this, I need you to look at the second half of the formula for finding the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. And simply tell me what is going to be in row 2, column 2 of the right half of the formula. Row 2, column 2, not the final answer, but just the right half of the formula, the matrix, where you have all of the variables in there. Row 2, column 2. The solution for this practice problem, and when you're in row 2, column 2, that is AI minus CG. And remember, this is A, B, C, E, F, oh no, D, D, E, F, and then you'll have G, H, and I. So A times I is negative 2 times 3, and then minus C, which is negative 1, times G, which is 10, that's negative 6, plus 10, that's an answer of positive 4. A bonus problem is 6 1/3 times 4 2/3. The solution to this problem is to make this 3 times 6, which is 18, plus 1, which is 19. Put it over 3. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Put that over 3. Multiply from left to right to get 266 over 9. 9 will go into 266, a grand total of 29 times, with 5 left over, which you put over the 9. The solution for this one should be to change this to 8 times 3 is 24, plus 7 is 31. Put it over 8. And then 5 times 4 plus 2 is 22 over 5. Cancel this down to 4 and this one to 11. Multiply to get 341 over 20. 20 goes into 341 17 times with 1 left over.